love you too. Thank you. We're gonna do this together today.
Hey guys, Danny here and Bubbles. Today we're going to be talking about honey jars. Now this is my old honey jar. I'm going to show you how I make this spell jar. I do it every year. It changes and alters every year depending upon what my goals are, what my intentions are, the way my spell work is going and where I am spiritually. So this is my old jar. You can kind of see kind of what's inside-ish. And what I'm going to do with this old jar is I am going to empty it out. Hi. I'm going to empty it out, bury it, and then I'm going to cleanse the jar and have it ready for another use. I kind of alternate jars. I cleanse them. I cleanse them physically as well as spiritually, if you will. So let's get started. Are you ready? Are you ready, Bubs? I think she's ready. She's a mess. She's a complete mess. All right, we're gonna try to do this without having to do a voiceover. So first and foremost, I'm going to attempt, oh, there it is, to light my incense. I use cedarwood vanilla. It's made by my friend Alicia. Cedarwood vanilla by La Petite Bougie d'Acadiana. Ooh. There we go. I use it because I love having that cedar wood. It purifies, it cleanses the space, so it's a must-have. And then I'm going to light a candle that I have here. A black candle to dispel any kind of negative energy that may be hanging around. I do use a lot of fire. I think I mentioned that before. I love cleansing with fire. It is definitely one of my faves. So, in the spirit of cleansing, I'm also going to use the candle to light my juniper. Here. Will it do it? Come on, baby. Without setting off my smoke alarms. Oh my gosh. But I always like to put a little bit of juniper smoke for new beginnings. Kind of cleanse the air with this. Just my opening ritual, if you will. A little bit of sage. So here we go, you guys. We are gonna start with some honey. Now I try to use Louisiana honey. I have this one as well as some Acadiana honey. I try to keep it local because I feel like it makes a difference. So I'm gonna start with honey. And I will get it all over my desk, but that's okay. That's what we have rags for. This can be messy, or it could just be me. But you know. We want this time, this year, to be as sweet as honey. Now, honey symbolizes many different things, but the idea of this jar is to bring in and call in the sweeter things in life. You know, this also brings to mind of taking time, you know, not going so fast. Like, you can't rush honey. So it's an added layer of patience and love and intention that you're putting into these jars, because you can't rush it. You cannot rush what you're doing. The honey will not allow for it. And that's a good thing. Because when it comes to making these honey jars, it's all about intention. I say that a lot in my different spells and workings, you know, it's all about the intention, repeating that intention. Because the more time you take and the more love and thought and intention you put into it, the more it absorbs in this working. So I think it's just really important to do that. As I always say, intention is everything when it comes to spell work. Now, another thing I will say is that when you do your honey jar, if you do it, which I would love to see if you do, please make sure you like tag me or hashtag honey jar or something. So I can find you. Look at this mess, that's okay. We're gonna do this, put this aside. I don't wanna fill it up all the way right now anyway. I'm gonna use my other honey to fill at the top. Let me get a rag and wipe this up real quick. So like I was saying, tag me, show me your honey jars. You don't have to have any of this stuff in here. This is about what you are trying to do, what you are trying to accomplish this year. So you put things in that correspond with your goals, your intentions, and what's going on in your year. That is the most important. I'm gonna throw this piece of juniper in there because YOLO. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. I will not go through every single ingredient as to like the big long list of why I'm putting it in there, but I'll just kind of touch on the things that I'm putting in and maybe like 1 or 2 reasons why, and you'll see how I finish up this honey jar. So I'm going to start with my crystals. Again, you use crystals that correspond with what you are doing, with what you are accomplishing. So I have some chevron amethyst. I have citrine. I have rose quartz. I have lapis. Labradorite. This is a tiger's eye. It has some red in there. This I'm definitely using for motivation and strength and power in this year. So this is one of my favorites. And some clear quartz. We gotta amplify everything. And you just kind of let it all sink in. Let it all sink in. On to my herbs that I'm putting in. You can see a few of them here, but I'm going to be pulling stuff from all sides. So we're going to go with some basil. This is for luck and wealth and protection, love. Always good to have. We can't go through the year without some nutmeg for luck. We have a bit of marjoram. Some thyme here to increase good fortune. Also, for wealth, prosperity. And a little added note, another reason why I'm putting these 2 in here, is marjoram and thyme also help to cleanse sorrows And since I started my year off in a sorrowful tone, is that a word? Sorrowful? I don't know. You know what I mean. I definitely wanted to get those two in together to kind of cleanse that sorrow and turn it into something a little bit more happy, a little bit more joyous. So I'm also going to put that orange peel in on top of that to make sure that I bring in that happiness. That citrine helps with that as well, bringing in that sun. We have some yarrow here. I like to put yarrow in for courage. It also helps with like psychic abilities and things of that nature. Some clove. I like this to attract some wealth and prosperity, but also it helps in the protection of young children and babies. So I always like to put that in as an added protection for Lennon, just along with my motherly love. We have a little bit of protection for her in there. I am also going to use, now I didn't have any chamomile, but I did have some organic chamomile tea, literally just chunks of chamomile in there. And I want to put this in there for health. Sorry, I don't want to spill it. I want to put this in there for health. So I'm going to go ahead and put the whole thing in here for health. It also brings peace, which is always a great thing to have. And then I'm going to put some cinnamon. I'm going to put both kinds. I'm going to put a little bit of ground cinnamon in here. And I'm also going to put a stick of cinnamon. Again, this is for happiness, also for health and protection. There we go. And love. You know, it's got that fiery blend. I'm gonna try to put this whole piece. I just gotta break it. This one's really hard. Break it on the table. No, I can't. Will it fit? Oh, I'll make it fit. I feel like one of those stepsisters from Cinderella. I'll make it fit. No, if it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so we have this in there. Now, I usually put a bay leaf in there with some written words on it, but I don't have any bay leaf. So, if you're interested in that, you can definitely put that in. My other one, let's see, my other honey jar you can see had bay leaf in it, but I appear to have used it all. I did not have any, but no big deal. I put quite a few things in here to help with prosperity and wealth and bringing a little bit of money in this year. So next I'm gonna put in roses. And I'm putting in roses specifically to help open my heart and open my mind and allow things in that maybe I normally don't. I kind of need that this year. So rose it is. Then, lastly, I'm sticking in some ginger to spice things up. Now, you have a honey jar. See, and it's important not to fill it to the top because you can see how everything sits here, and it's gonna go down and your honey jar is going to rise. Now, you can fill it on the top, or you can leave it like this. Now, I would recommend if you are going to occasionally open this and put stuff in, leave it this way. However, I tend to create this honey jar, pour a bit on top, and then seal it, and I do not open it again because these are my intentions for today, and because I can't remove anything, I don't add anything. if that makes sense. Personal preference is everything, right? This is your magic. So now I am going to put some Acadiana honey on top, and I'm gonna seal the goodness in. And I'm gonna close this up. Run this through the smoke real quick. Now, for the outside of your jar, there are many different options. You can seal this with wax. You could, like my other one, I put crystals on the top, I put string. For this one, so what I'm gonna do this time is draw. And that is a honey jar. I'm gonna put this on my altar for the year. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, make sure you're subscribing. That way you don't miss anything that I'm putting out. I will be back very soon. If you're looking to find me or any of my links, you can check out below, where you can find me on Instagram, you can book a reading, you can check out my Patreon and all kinds of other things. So I am looking forward to sharing more things with you this 2019. Have a good one, you guys. Bye-bye.